this is just a quick, I want this to be 5 minutes. Every time I try and film this video, it ends up being like at least 20 minutes long. And I'm like, I don't think anyone wants my 20-minute version of this. So I literally just got off of an Instagram live explaining how I do my tips. But I'll show YouTube anyways. If you want me to post the live, I can do that too. But this is my box. It's a steel box with no way to take money out. The only way to do it is to destroy it. And that's the type of solidarity I need. This is the type of, yes. Yeah, I don't want to look at my bank account and see the numbers, because if I see them, I will spend them. So I know that this money is money that I will not be spending. So there's that. And I got this on Amazon. This was, I think, like $23. Voila, what's up? Oh. There's change in it because it got to a point where the dollars wouldn't go down. The bills wouldn't go down into the box. So there's that. Like I said, I work at Supercuts. So what happens is you get one of these at the end of every shift. You get yourself a nice little production report. Literally shows you how productive you've been. This is like gold. If you ever want to be able to negotiate anything, like negotiate your salary, negotiate your hours, negotiate anything for your benefit, keep them. This shows you how much you've made. My value for the store is about $190, an average of about $200, maybe $180, $200. On busier days, and on days that it's slow, like $150. But yeah, so I know how much value I bring to the store. It tells you how much money you personally have brought in for that location. Everyone gets one of these. Know your value. It also tells you your client demographic. So yesterday I did 67% male, 21% female, and 10% children. So yeah, and it also tells you what you've done for the week. These are like at the bottom, it is your pay period summary from here to here. This is what you've done. This is what I have done during this pay period. You can't see it. I'm not gonna try and show you it. It's just a bunch of numbers. Yeah, just a bunch of numbers. It tells me how many hours I've worked for that week. It tells me how many sales I've made that week. It tells me how many requests I have made that week. My total amount of money that I have made so far during this pay period, the pay period being March 22nd to March 28th. In this amount of time, I have done $555 worth of services. I worked three days this week, 3 8-hour shifts this week, and 1 4-hour shift. It was just so slow, so I went home. Like, trying to spread out clients amongst 4 girls, I just felt like I can afford to go home today. Like, take those tips, make that money, girl. Anyways, I said I was gonna make this quick, but I literally just go into tangents. This is my thing. Know your value. This is something that everyone has printed out if you have the ability to. This is your bargaining chip. All right, boom. So I put that away. I do this usually as soon as I come home or the very next morning. Boom. So that's done. The next thing that you print out, you get 2 printouts. This one is very similar to that one. However, this one tells you what haircuts you did, also how much money you produced for the store that day. Way less statistics than the other sheet. The other sheet is more in depth. The other sheet doesn't tell you your tips though. This is the only sheet that tells you your tips. And you cannot go back the day before to print out this sheet. You can only print this out the day of. this is why it's important. Not saying that your store is going to mess up your cash tips, your card tips, but always keep your own record. Always keep your own record. Always. Because once again, it is your bargaining chip. So yesterday, I made $23 on the card and $53. This is backwards, but you get the gist. $23 on the card, and then I wrote cash, $53, which is $76 in total. And then I wrote myself a little note. If there's something that major that happened that day, I write myself a note regarding it. So yesterday, the note was, she loved your cut, stop doubting yourself. If you can draw conclusions. I thought she hated it. She loved it, loved it, and I thought she hated it. So I begged my manager to comp her, which never happens. She didn't comp it. It didn't get comped. I just end up paying for it myself. And I begged her. She's like, well, did she say she hated it? I was like, no, but I thought she was crying in the chair because she did but then again, I do that. But I thought she was crying. Anyways, moving on. So far, the only person who has come back or complained, it was a child's cut. The kid was 6. His hair was super baby thin. It's just really hard to do clipper cuts on hair like that. And children's heads are not fully developed. So you don't really have as many head points and points of angle. You know what I mean? They don't have the same thing. So it was hard. It was kind of choppy because he was moving, but hey, I did what I could do, okay? And that was the only person, first 2 months on the floor, one complaint. I was gonna say 0, but one complaint, and that was from a child. And honestly, it was your kid's fault. But anyways, and I can say confidently it was the kid's fault because I haven't had any other complaints, period. And that's on period. So then, once you take this, you take the cash. I already deposited the cash, but this is, these are tips from a different day. The half day that I did this week. I'm not going to count this in my tips. I didn't even print out the stats for that half day because I just didn't think it counted. But anyways, then I take, so let's pretend this was $53 that I made after I notate it, and I write the notes that are important for that day. These are my 2 little things. I have one for the month of February and then one for the month of March. Then I take my box and I don't do it dollar by dollar. I don't care how big the stack is. I'm gonna try and stick it in there in one hole. Boom. I like it that way because I can't see it, can't touch it. It is safe for me. I won't be spending it. The only money that I spend are my cash. I don't spend my cash tips. No, I don't spend those. My card tips. I spend my card tips, and that is all. The hourly that I get, which is I think 10 something an hour, in addition to tips. Yeah. That's that. That's the end of the video. I really don't have anything else to say. I have a ton to say, but I only wanted this video to be about tips because I thought this was so cool that I thought of this. Well, I didn't think of it. It's nothing new, but get yourself a little metal box. Just do it. Throw it away. Put it in there and then put the box away. That's it. Just put it in there and then put the box away, and you never have to think about it again. And as soon as you get them, just put the tips in. Just put the tips in. I can go and calculate how much money I have, just tips using this. So that's why I don't feel stressed. I do have a policy that if I have to spend my cash tips, like if I need to, I can only spend 50% of the cash tips before I put it inside the box. Yeah, today's my day off. That's pretty much all I have to say today. As a new stylist, especially if you work at a Supercuts, take advantage of your reports. Take advantage of them and save your tips. And that's all I have to say for today. Save them so that you can invest in your tools. Save them so you can invest in a vacation. Save them so that you can, I don't know, start a little nest egg. Save your tips. It'll be worth it in the end. I promise. I'll do a tip count. I'm going on vacation in August for a month, and I'm bringing my hair cutting materials with me, my tools, because I will be in Turkey doing hair. I don't care. I will not let my skills. I won't let my skills die. Won't let them die. So yeah. Enjoy your day. Questions, comments, concerns, leave them in the comment section below. I was in hair school during 2020, digital hair school for 2 months. So if you have questions about that, leave them in the comments. I want to do a full video, like a full-blown video. This is just getting my face out there. I don't know much about editing, but my next video, you'll see a little bit of editing. But this is unedited. This is raw footage. So y'all getting the realest me, okay? The realest. Yeah, let me go. Bye.